Good evening, everyone. I really wanted to do this live stream because the market has been beat up a lot. And if you're not familiar with how the stock market works, or you're new, or you're just like trying to figure out what the heck has been going on lately, you have to understand there's a lot of stuff that's been going on in the market that's brought it down. And I want to touch base on all of this little by little. I want to work my way through each one of these, so that you guys have a little bit better of an understanding on why the market is down. So first and foremost, the government shutdown, which made things shaky. The tariffs made it shaky. Michael Blurry Burry talked nonsense about the tech sector, and that made it shaky. Then there was the looming possibility that the government was going to fudge the data and make it unrealistic, and we weren't going to get real data. There's also been talks that there have been interest rate cuts that were going to get pushed from November and December into January and February. On top of that, we only got a 25 basis point cut instead of a 50 point cut. And then on top of all of that, we also had rumors that Nvidia was not going to beat earnings as expected. And then on top of that, Meta took a $16 billion tax hit, which would have been $22 billion or $20 billion if they had not done it early. So that was actually smart, but investors took that as a negative. So let's break all of this down and explain to you guys why this yet again is a shakeout and not, absolutely not a time to sell. Okay. Number one, the record-breaking government shutdown ended. The data has actually been coming out over the last couple of days, has been good. Now, jobs added is up. There's unemployment that's kind of steady, but it's went up a little bit. The New York Fed data was very good. And we even have feds that are working right now that are mixed on whether or not they should be cutting rates, and they think that cutting rates might be a good idea for January or February. Now, let me explain to you the manipulation that's going on, okay? And I know this is going to be very, very hard for a lot of you guys to not only understand, but to believe, because it sounds unbelievable. But I will tell you the honest truth about how this works. Now, when you are thinking about how the market works, it's money, right? So interest rates got moved, the cut got moved to January and February. When you have interest rates the way they are, over 4%, you get 4% interest on your SPACs account. So for every 100,000 you have in your brokerage, if you're not investing, you get $4,000. $4,000 per year. And this is going to be on all of your uninvested capital. So essentially, if you have more money, you make more money. But if the APR goes up or APY goes up, you make more money. If it goes down, you make less. So when they cut interest rates from 5 to 4.5 to 4 to 3.5, like they're doing, you make less money. So if you make less money, that money is going to have to get moved somewhere where you are making money, meaning you're going to take that money and you're going to move it into investments like the stock market, which is why we have all of this capital sitting on the sidelines that's in money markets, and it's getting brought in. Like 250 billion got brought in May, just like I told everybody it would. I told you all to buy Microsoft when it was 380, Affirm when it was 30, Robinhood when it was 20, Palantir when it was 20. Now look where the market is. All because of one simple thing. I even told everyone to buy AMD on my very last live stream. Everybody said, oh, well, that's crazy. They're tanking on earnings. It's a bad recommendation. It went to $220, and 9 months later, you more than doubled your money. This is how the market works. If you can't endure the bloodshed and the pain, you can't invest. You're just not going to make no money. So essentially, you have to buy when it's red, hold when it's red, DCA when it's red, endure the pain, and when it runs, you make all the money. That's how the market works. With that being said, they're manipulating right now. They're manipulating intentionally to get the market driven down so they can cut rates and they can be in the market before the rate cut. Isn't it a little bit weird how the original rate cut was set to happen in November or December? Now it's getting postponed and the market's dropping so they can get their money in. It's all manipulation That was literally the entire reason they did all this. Now, if you really want to understand even further how this works and understand the manipulation that's going on, they have $50 million in dark pool activity that went out on Meta $720 call options for November 21st, this Friday. They fried those call options. They drove the price up on Meta last month. They all exited and they dumped on the stock, fried the options, liquidated. We had margin calls, we had stop losses, and it was bloodshed. And now Meta has seen a consistent upgrade and a consistent neutral rating. And the stock has got analyst ratings from 720, 850, some at 800, and a couple at 900. And the stock's only $600. It's actually a little bit less. So what do you think is going to happen now that Nvidia has just carried the market like a backpack? Yet again, tomorrow it's going to move up. Data is going to come out. It'll move up a little bit. And over the next week or two, it's going to go up. But most importantly, on Friday, they're witch hunting those options. And I told my Discord the same thing. On Friday, when these options and Nvidia, or excuse me, these options and Meta expire and they're pretty much worthless or at a big, big loss, the market will run afterwards, which is why I also hold Meta options for June of next summer and January of 27, so that even if these options are bad Friday, the leaps will cover them and make more. This is because of all the manipulations in the market, and it's just a typical thing. This is what happens. So yeah, I'm going to pull up some charts. Give me a second here. Bear with me. I'm going to read some comments too, because a lot of people have been waiting on my responses. I'm just pulling up some comments I'm reading because I can't read it on the main screen. Let's see if you guys can see it once I share it. And we'll go over some data here. There we go. All right, so Nvidia beat earnings, absolutely crushed. Just absolutely crushed earnings. There we go. So when you look at this chart, I want to go over a lot of different things right quick, and I want you guys to understand, exactly what I'm dealing with as far as data and how I'm going to break all of it down for you. Let me just pull this up here, another screen for me. Okay. If you guys are trying to figure out what is going on with Nvidia, first off, you have to understand break of structure, and you have to understand market direction, and you have to understand, just the overall sentiment of everything. And Vader's doing his own thing. Navitas is fine. Don't worry about that. Navitas is going to be fine. It's part of the tech sector. So, I mean, the whole tech sector is down. It's not Navitas's fault. So when you look at this, break of structure happened here, break of structure happened here, break of structure happened here, and we usually see a retracement on the Fibonacci that sometimes, oops, I don't know why I put that up there. Usually you have a Fibonacci retracement that can happen with the most recent high. And when we look at the most recent high, it's up here. What the heck? There we go. I don't know why it keeps doing that. So the most recent high was right there, and the most recent low was right there. When we look at this retracement, Nvidia was pretty much down in the 2360 range. Actually, let me fix this. The most recent lowest point was back there, and the most recent highest point was right there. So actually, yeah, they retraced into the 2360, which is bad. They just broke structure at the 50%, which means Nvidia tonight and tomorrow could pull back to like 194 and then run. This is very likely, or it could pull up, pull back, and pull forward. These are the two likelihood scenarios. Either way, there's new support pushing 200. With that being said, let's look at other stocks like Oracle. Okay, understand the downtrend. Oracle just broke the 100-day average, okay? When you look at the 4-hour chart, it's approaching the 50-day average. It's diverging the 10 and the 20 right here. And then when you look at the 1-hour chart, it's already happened. Everything is crossing over the 100-day. We are actually in a reversal as we speak. And when you look at lower lows and higher highs, break a structure, it's safe to say that if Oracle breaks 237 or 238 by tomorrow or Friday or Monday, a complete reversal's happened. But a reversal right now is already begun. Does it hold? We don't know, but it's already begun. Let's look at Shopify. All right, same thing. Higher lows, higher highs. There is your downtrend right there. We've now broken out of the downtrend. Will it hold? We don't know, but the reversal has started. How strong is this reversal? Like I said, we don't know yet. Look at Nebius, okay? We'll draw an even stronger line for you on Nebius so that you guys have a better understanding. Nebius is already broke out. Exact same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. One break of structure, one break of structure, one break of structure. So Nebius is already out. Okay? It's already breaking out and returning and reversing and going back up. It's broke structures. Now, this isn't the only stock doing it. ARM's also having a nice little run, although it hasn't broke structure yet. We're looking for ARM to break 142, 143. It's got about $2 to go, and then it will also be fine. Okay? Looking at Meta, not so good yet on Meta. Okay? We still have a break of structure that needs to happen around 601. Once Meta comes back up here in this range, bounces like this, that's a complete reversal of Meta. It has not happened yet. Meta has not happened yet. Microsoft, although they just got maintained at $675 a share. If you guys are enjoying this, or you guys want to become a part of my Discord, I am going to put a link there for you that you can book a call with my team and I and jump into Discord at any time. My students already know all this. They already understand this. This is what I teach to them, which is why we're hedging during downtimes, and we'll make a lot of money when the market reverses. Come next month, January, the profits are going to be flowing. This is what I teach. This is just a little basic, just scratching the surface. Now, when you look at Microsoft, you can see that it made lower lows, but it's right back here at this point. If you notice, it's now touching on the previous support. So once Microsoft holds this right here, a reversal has started. We look at the daily chart, we can see that it's a doji. When we look at the 4-hour, the reversal has already started on the 4-hour, and the 4-hour is pretty darn strong. We can see that on the 4-hour chart, clear as day, understand that a 4-hour chart gives you the whole picture. 1 hour breaks it down, 30, 15, 5, they all break further to show you what's happening. Okay? So if you look at this right here, you will see clearly that we're in a reversal. Okay? We have a massive red hammer doji, which is bullish, then a big green doji right here. So in the coming day or two, going the rest of this week, if we see another red doji like this or green, doesn't matter, and the price is anywhere in this range with green or red dojis, it shows a potential reversal. If we see a doji followed by a green body candle, like something like that, then it's imminent that the reversal has begun. At this point, I'm pretty confident the market is beat up a lot and the fear and greed index is almost rock bottom, which lines up, by the way, with everything I've been explaining to my students in Discord and here as well, that this is witching season for this week. Starting next week, the bull run begins. Now, this isn't going to be like, don't expect the whole market to look like this. Let me clear my drawings up. Don't expect the whole market to do this. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think so. I think what you're going to see is you're going to see something more or less like this. The market's going to look like this over the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be slow, but you're going to see that it's happening. Okay. It's more realistic. And this is what I would say as a realistic approach to what's likely to happen. Nvidia just proved yet again that the AI revolution is only around midnight, and we still have till 5 o'clock in the morning. It's just getting started. We're not even halfway through the night. So when they try to say that Meta is overvalued, it's not, it's undervalued. And I will have that debate all day long with anyone. Meta is significantly undervalued. People say, well, they have debt. They're putting money and they're raising money into AI and quantum. Well, of course. And then in 3-4 years from now, when quantum explodes and Meta's a big part of it and the stock explodes, then you'll understand why. Nvidia had debt at some point, a lot more than they do now. But what do you expect when you're building a company and you're in an AI revolution? Debt and taxes are inevitable, absolutely inevitable. So is, the whole aspect of growing a company. That's just how it works. So these are things that you have to understand. And so Nvidia, by crushing earnings today, which it doesn't show it on here yet, but I will tell you what it is once I look at different brokerages and charts. I will tell you they beat the EPS by 5 cents. They were expected for like $1.25. They posted $1.30, so it's pretty good. They have a blockbuster report. I'm going to read through some of this right quick on my phone so I don't screw up the stream. Let me see if I can pull up. AI is going everywhere and doing everything all at once, is what Jensen, the CEO, said. I mean, that's pretty powerful stuff. That's all it shows here. Let's see what else we got. There's got to be more than that, but that's good. It says their future guidance, from what I can see, their future guidance is really high. But it doesn't give me, none of this gives me anything like in detail yet. I don't even know if the full report is out yet. They're probably still having the earnings call, most likely. But Nvidia has not only crushed earnings, apparently from what I've read, the guidance on Q4 was insane, and that Nvidia's actually sped up and not slowed down. That's what it shows me, which is insanely good news. The market, without a doubt, is going to be better tomorrow than it was today or all week. Is it going to fly? I would hold our horses on that one. I don't know about the whole market flying, but what I will say is that based on what I've read tonight and what I've seen, the market's going to be better tomorrow than it was today or this last week or two, and probably very noticeably better. And I would say pretty bullish. In some stocks are going to be pretty bullish. Like look at Nebius. It's over $100. Like that's amazing. Nebius has officially broke out of this mini downtrend, but also key to understand, Nebius has to maintain above this. So they've got to maintain 100. We've got to see it hold 100, okay? Let me clean this up. Nebius needs to hold right there. If it can hold this, it is out. It is out of the downtrend. This, I'm always going to turn this line solid and turn it orange because that's my support line now. This line is critical. As long as Nebius stays above 99 or $100, the reversal has happened. With Shopify, I'm giving you guys hedge fund tips here. Like, this is how we do that at hedge funds. We track. Right now, that is your bottom on Shopify. Shopify needs to maintain 147. As long as it does that, it's already above the 100-day, we're good. So that's what we're looking at. With Meta, Meta needs to absolutely hold 596. Where it's at right now, it must hold that. And I don't doubt that it will. But just to give you guys a little bit of insight, we need to maintain that price on Meta because that is what you're going to see here today and tomorrow. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. And that's where it goes. This is how the stock market works. Think about all the hedge funds that manipulated their way into this stock. You see? All the way down. If I was to draw a downtrend line on this, because it's very reactionary, it's not proactionary at all. You see the wedge? If I draw the support line here and the wedge here, even if I move this line down here, the wedge happens tomorrow and Friday. You see? And that's where the wedge breaks out, where options freaking expire on Friday. You see, they intentionally did this with no November 21st dark pool data options, which literally forced everyone out at a loss. That's exactly what they've done. If you guys enjoy this type of analysis, you guys want to learn more, and you want to join the Discord, I'll have you guys a link to join Discord. It's pinned at the top right there. So you guys can join the Discord and learn this in real time. And believe me, there's over 8 hours of video on demand of me going through beginning to end, how to teach beginners and amateurs how to do all of this. Then there's boot camp. There's 2 live calls like this every single week. And then, of course, you get my trades, my hedge fund strategies, all that good stuff, community section, off-topic section, everything. So if you guys were thinking about jumping in to the Discord, now would be a good time. I had 200 students sign up in my Discord last April and March. March and April, 200 new students almost. And we all made hundreds of thousands of dollars in May and June. If you are on the fence about education, if you're on the fence about joining a Discord, now is the time. Why? Because the market is about to run. It might run tomorrow and next week, and it might run through December. It might not. It might run in January or February, but the run is coming. The market can't sustain this beat down much longer. Most bear markets are anywhere between 1 to 3 months on average. We're already 2 months in. So there's a month, maybe 2 months left at the worst. But with Nvidia beating earnings, it's less likely that it continues. The government's open, data's good, Nvidia crushed, Microsoft crushed, Meta crushed. This is inevitable that it's going to turn around. So this will be the time to start educating yourself, jumping in Discord and getting familiar, because I'm going to start putting dark pool trades back out that are stronger and better as the market recovers. And that's where we buy everything cheap. Now is a buying opportunity. You don't buy big green candles. That makes no sense. You buy bloodbath, which is what we're buying right now. So this is the time. If you want to join Discord 6 months from now, that's also fine, but you're going to make money either way, but you're probably going to make more money now because the trades that I put out between now and the new year are going to print. The contracts that I have on Microsoft in my Discord right now are $3,000. Do you know what they're going to be when Microsoft goes back to 550? They're going to be worth about $8,000. So you're going to triple your money. This is pretty much how you make money. Vader's come to say hi. Vader, don't you think they should be buying options now, right? Options in stocks and jumping in Discord now, right? Tell them, all right? Tell everybody that this is the time. See, Vader says it's the time, right? Or do you just care about eating and getting petted? I think he just wants to get petted. He doesn't care about options or money. But he's here to keep me company and make you guys feel better, right? Right, Vader? You making everybody feel better? That's his job, to make everybody feel better. But he does agree with me. But in any case, you will see that this is a time that you buy. And I made like 40 grand on Microsoft. I made like 30 grand on Meta. I made 20 grand on Affirm, 10 grand on Wayfair, and I made like over 100K on SPY. So I made like 400 grand last May. So that's, you know, just on one set of trades in my big account. You can do this. This is all psychology. Do you think they don't know what they're doing? You don't think they don't do this and manipulate intentionally? Ask me how I know. If you've never been to my webinars, you're curious right now. If you have been to my webinars, you already know. I did these things at a hedge fund. Have you ever saw a price? Let me show you something. Have you guys ever seen a price like this? Watch me show you something crazy. I'm going to blow your minds. Let me find a consolidating stock that's doing like a whole lot of nothing. Okay. See this price action right here? Have you ever seen a price like on a stock? It goes up, down, up, down, up, down. And look at the price. It can't break 186. I dare you to go look at your order book next time this happens. You want to know what you're going to see? You're going to see right here that at 186, there is 200 shares available. At 186.50, there is 900 shares available, and so on and so forth. Right here at the wick at 188, you'll see that there's 1 million shares for sale. No one can buy that up. That's buyer exhaustion. So what happens? The stock sits right here for 4 hours and then it drops. And you know what I implore you to do? The moment the stock starts dropping, go back and look at the order book. That big order disappears. That's called sandbagging. Ask me how I know. That's what I did at the hedge fund. They come in, they tell you, put an order for sale, a big one, and as soon as the stock starts dropping, you close out the sale. And when the stock drops, they tell you to buy. Then when the stock runs up, they do the same thing. It drops, they tell you to buy. So the hedge fund is buying down here. They're buying, and every time the stock is up here, they're forcing a sandbag so the stock won't go up. And then as soon as they buy their last order down here, they don't sandbag, and look what happens. It gets primed and explodes. And you know what they do? They sell it right here. And you're probably saying, Corey, well, what happens when they sell? Well, exactly what you see here happens. When they sell, this is what happens. You are bag holding. That is exactly what happens. You bag hold and lose all the money while they make profits. And what happens is in here, you get some selling, and then you get a stop loss, a stop loss, a stop loss, another stop loss, more stop losses. Then you get margin called, which forces the stock down lower. And then guess what? Once the stock gets down here, look at the green candles. They're now buying it back up yet again. And this is just part of the manipulation. This is what they do. So you do not buy stocks that are green. You don't do it. You do not buy stocks up here. Anywhere in my red, like anywhere up here, you do not buy, okay? You don't buy. It's absolutely bad. You know where you buy Microsoft? I'll show you where you buy. Right there. Why? Because when the stock goes up here to 550, you just made $55, $65 a share. My AVP shows that the range to buy on Microsoft is between 490 and 510. That is your buying range in here right now. That is your buying range. You want to get down? I think Vader wants to get down. All right, buddy. Here you go. Go get some food. So yeah, bag holding is not good. And this is what they do to you guys. Yeah, because Palantir is a long-term hold. I'm not going to give you entries and exits for every stock play. I don't do copy trading. That's how you lose money. I'm not going to tell you when and where to exit. I'm telling you, you don't buy at the top. Palantir is likely to run to $300-400 in the next 3 to 5 years. If you want to get out now at a profit, you can do that. That's fine. It's totally up to you, whatever you want to do. But I'm not going to give an exit alert on a stock that's going to run even higher in the coming years. It doesn't make any sense. And if you're trying to make money really, really fast in the stock market and get rich overnight, that's how you blow all of your money. That's just not how it works. This is a long game. Okay? And I know you're doing this. You ready? You want to see what you're doing? Let me show you what you're doing. You buy a stock right here, and you buy some more right here, and it runs up, and then it comes down, 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 down. Oh my God, I'm losing money. Oh my God, I'm losing money. Oh my God. And now you panic. What does it matter? When the stock drops to here, dollar cost average. Dollar cost average. It runs up, comes back down, dollar cost average. Dollar cost average. When it runs up here, your average is here. This is long term. Good stock plus time, dollar cost average equals money. Money. A lot of money. Why are you concerned with this sell-off right here when it's about to run like that in the next 3, 4, 5 months? It does not matter. Everything that happens in between, everything in here is noise. It doesn't matter. Let me show you why it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter because even if the stock goes down, up, down, up, down, up, it doesn't matter. You exit here and you entered here. Everything in here is noise. It doesn't matter. You still got in at 168 and got out at 226. You made $67 a share. What does it matter what happened in between? It's noise. It is psychological noise, and it's only going to disrupt your mindset. Okay? That's all it's going to do. Let me prove it to you again. Let me prove it again. Okay? Look at everybody right here that panicked in August. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh my God, I just bought Palantir right here. Corey in Discord, by the way, I bought Palantir at 177 right here. 177. I bought Palantir and it went all the way down to 149. I told my whole Discord dollar cost average at 150. And look what happened. You ready? Look what happened. There you go. We win again. This is a long-term game. In this situation, it wasn't very long-term. It was 2 months, but you get the idea. If you're expecting to get into a stock and just make money on every trade, everything's printing, it doesn't work like that. You're in the wrong game. I'm trying to show you how to do this the right way. AK-47, the link is pinned. It's pinned at the top, but I'll post it again for you. Sorry about that. There you go. That link will get you set up and get you started. I teach you how to make money in the Discord the right way. This is what you're doing, okay? This is what you're doing when you buy stocks. Ready? Watch this. You buy a stock right here. It goes up and it starts coming down and you're in the red. And you say this to yourself. You know you've done it, so you might as well agree you've done it. Oh my God, every time I get in a stock, it goes red. Oh my God, I'm losing money again. Oh my God, every time I buy a stock, it goes red. You know you've done it, right? You know you have. You know why? Because you're buying a big green candle and it's going to pull back. And because you're buying up here at the peak, it's going to pull back and you're going to be in the red. Another reason why is you bought right here and you held too long. So of course it's going to pull back and you're going to go in the red. There's only one way you're going to buy a stock and never be in the red. And that is if you buy a stock and it runs forever, and that's never going to happen. So you're either going to buy it, it runs and you get out, or you hold it and when it pulls back, you dollar cost average. Stocks are not going to run forever, fam. That's not how this works. So if you're an investor or a swing trader that's monthly or bi-monthly or yearly, there is going to be swings. That is why they call themselves swing traders, because you swing with the market, okay? That is how it works. Now, let me explain something else to you guys that really help you as much as I possibly can. When you buy stocks, okay, and you want to know, Corey, how do you know right now is a decent time to buy? Well, let's go look at Meta. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. What's up, Exana? Another one of my Discord students. How you doing? Been with me since the beginning. Appreciate you guys. Let me show you the psychology on the market, okay? Let me show you what happens, all right? This is going to blow your mind, so put your thinking caps on and listen very closely. Let's say we got Soulless Seduction in here, and he buys Meta at 592, okay? And Meta jumps up right here, okay? Meta jumps. Soulless Seduction sells Meta at 633 for a $40 gain, okay? And he's celebrating, and he's happy until he sees this. Until he sees this big, massive move. And he's like, damn it, I could have made more money. Oh my God, the wife is going to be so pissed off at me. The girlfriend's going to be pissed off at me. Whatever. Very, very, very bad, okay? The stock ran. Soulless got in here and he got out here. We all know he's probably upset that he missed all these profits. But do you want to know what's going to blow your minds? This is going to blow your minds. Do you know what Soulless Seduction said to himself when that happened? You ready? And you all said the same thing. This is going to blow your minds. I know it will. Soulless Seduction said, God, oh my God, if this stock ever comes back down, if Meta ever comes back down to 590 ever again, I swear to God, I'll buy it. If it ever please let it pull back. If it ever pulls back to 590, I'm going to buy it all up. Well, guess what, fam? Here is Meta at 590. That's why it won't break 590, because you are buying the stock again. And since people all think alike, you're all doing the same exact thing. That's why Meta won't break 590, because all of the people that just did that, they're all buying the stock. This is the reason psychology and price action are the king, and all of these lines that everybody draws all over their charts means absolutely nothing. And that's why my Discord makes so much money. What's up, Jeff? Appreciate it. Serve is a little bit rough right now, but it's fine. RNAA, what's up? I do remember, absolutely. So that's pretty much how this works. Look at the grand scheme of things. Look where Meta slowed down. When in doubt, zoom out. Look at Meta right there and look at Meta over here. If you must understand even further, do we all remember when the markets exploded on tariffs back on May 12th, Monday, May 12th, 2025? Meta is back to that low right here. Meta is back to the price that it was at during the explosion back in May. So it's back to that price right here on Monday, May 12th. That's what's happening with it right now. Jay, you're talking about BS on the zero, right? There's no way. Yeah, Meta, there's no way. Meta's insane. Meta's worth like 800 plus. Yeah, we all make that mistake. We all do. That mistake happens. Believe me, it happens way more than you think. Way more. In fact, it happens more than I'd ever like to admit for most people. And it's happened to me in the past, 100%. It is what it is. People make mistakes. It's inevitable to make mistakes. Inevitable. We all make mistakes. But, you know, my goal is to help people learn to not make those mistakes. That's the whole reason I do this, is to stop this from happening, to help you do better, to help you make money. That's the whole point for it. Also, I want to point something out that I have not said during this live stream at all. Very important too, by the way. I don't know how I have not mentioned this. But as you can see, Meta won the legal battle. This long withstanding legal battle that Meta has been fighting for, I don't know how many months now, 8 months. They won the lawsuit. Government open. Nvidia crushed earnings, Meta crushed earnings, Microsoft crushed earnings, ARM crushed earnings, Oracle crushed earnings, and Google is winning a lawsuit, and Meta won the lawsuit, and the government's open, and the data's looking good, and we're going to get another interest rate cut. And everyone thinks Meta's a bad play? I don't think so. I don't think so. It might take a little while for them to recoup, maybe a couple of weeks, couple of months. Look at this chart. Look how it's slowed down. When you think about how reversals work, like that's pretty much how it's going to be. Over the next week, we see Meta start trekking up into the 620 range again. I mean, I just gave you guys the whole insight. The data is good. The data is good. It's all good, mostly good. In fact, some of the data is actually better than I thought and almost too good to be true, but it's still good. And Nvidia's data was, they annihilated. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Look at the doji. Look at that beautiful doji. If that doji closes like that, that's nice. That shows potential. What did I tell you that would happen at the beginning of this live stream? Anybody still here right now that was here at the beginning of the live stream, remember what I said? That Nvidia could pull back here to 194 and then run. Anybody in here remember I said 194? I literally, at the beginning of this live stream, said that Nvidia could pull back to 194. And look where it's at, 194. Literally to the dollar, almost to the penny. And it's dojiing. And I said, if it does that, it will likely do that number. So if you've been here since the beginning of the stream, I literally called it 45 minutes ago. I'm not saying it's 100% accurate. It may go down a little bit more, but I said that if it can do that, it's likely to happen. And if it does that, we're going to have a good day tomorrow. And as you can see, it's doing exactly what I said it would do, 194. That is the price point right here in which Nvidia must hold. So, yeah, you're probably not going to get much lower on Meta. Probably not. It could. It could. Probably not. I mean, like I said, anything's possible in this market. It could go to 570 and then run to 650, but a little on the unlikely side. With what Nvidia did tonight, the tech sector is going to stabilize. NEO was good lately. NEO was rough from COVID until this year, very rough. Now it's good. I have a lot of people that want to know about Navitas. Oh, Navitas is so bad. Navitas is terrible. Oh my God, I've lost so much money on Navitas. Look, I'm going to give it to you straight. Even if you bought Navitas up here when I said to buy, if you dollar cost averaged right here, you could have sold there for a profit. So either way, there was a way out. You chose to hold it or you didn't know how to trade. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You ready? Watch this. I even taught my boot camp last week and told them that they could get out at 1074 and the stock ran. I called this back here. If I need to, I could go pull my boot camp recording and post it on YouTube to prove on November 5th or November 6th, I posted a video in my Discord telling them if the stock runs to 1075, they could get out at a profit. I've done this. And I teach them this. Let me show you how this works. Okay, you ready? Watch. You buy 1,000 shares at 1450. The stock dropped to 730. Okay? Buy 2,000 shares at 730. Oh, Corey, I don't have enough money for that. Well, then you should have never bought Navitas to begin with. That's a rule. I teach that. Corey, I didn't know how to DCA. Then you shouldn't have bought the stock. It's a rule. You see, you made mistakes, not me. These mistakes are inevitable. You'll make them. But let me show you why my way wins every time. 1,000 shares times 1450 plus 2,000 shares at 730 divided by 3,000 shares. Average cost of 953. 953. And the stock right here ran to 1086. 1086 minus 953 is $1.33 times 3,000. You just made $4,000 right here. You didn't have the money, you made a mistake. You didn't dollar cost average, you didn't know how to, you made the mistake. I just showed you this was a winning trade still. Even if you still held, you have a average cost of $9.53 and the stock is $8.50. You're only out by $1. It's still a winning trade. You see? So I gave you the recipe for a winning trade, but if you need coaching and you want to understand this, I go in depth. There's a link to get started in the Discord. Yes, 194 on Nvidia, absolutely. So that just shows you how we dollar cost average and how I teach my students to make money. This is just part of it. It's not all of it. It's a very, very, very small amount. But Navitas is fine. It will move with Nvidia. As you can see, Navitas is up to 850. As long as Navitas can hold the break of structure, which is 834, we're solid. Very solid. If we go look at Plug, they're holding nicely. As long as they can hold 184 or even worse, 170, it's decent, okay? But dollar cost averaging should have happened already. We're still in range for it. Anywhere in this range, you could dollar cost average, okay? But you don't want to be more than 10% of your portfolio. That's the key. Don't over leverage. Yes, this market is heavily oversold. Heavily oversold. In fact, mind-boggling. The fear and greed index is at like what? 12? Might as well be 0. Nelson, it's yeah, it depends on which contract or which package you go with. It's definitely, if you spoke with Jonathan or you spoke with Phil or you spoke with Noah, those are my guys. It's definitely, if you spoke to any of those 3 guys, those are my guys. It's legit. Maybe Christian called you, but that's just my scheduler, but he's legit. I think market lows are about as low as it goes. That's why I'm into a stock and ETF called SPHD and KBYW. Those will help you out a lot. Yep, stay out of margin. Don't get margin called. Don't get stop loss. Don't use stop losses. They can see all this. Hims could do well as long as they win the lawsuit. Yeah, as long as they win the lawsuit. Nelson, if you also want to get into Discord, you don't want to go through the call a second time, email me, Corey@investwithcorey.com, and I'll get you a direct link to go right in. Friggin' mouse pad gets so dirty. Yeah, no, we're probably not going to do that. It brings in a lot of riffraff. I'll put the email in for you. Anybody who wants to email me to jump into Discord directly, I can get you directly in. It's even faster if you want to do that. Navitas is looking very strong for a long-term hold. If you don't want to hold it, you can wait for it to run up where you're making profits and then get out. You could dollar cost average along the way so that you have a potential to get out sooner. but you should never be more leveraged than 10% of your portfolio, so that even if you lose half of it, you're only losing 5% of your portfolio or 3% and not more. That's why there's rules. SoFi is great. I see SoFi was going 30 by end of year. It did that. By summer, it very well could be 35 or 40, maybe even 45. But I see realistically 40 to 50 by end of 26, maybe higher. Applied Digital is a little bit tricky, but they're in the server data. So when this bubble with AI continues to grow and this nonsense stops and we get a nice reversal, Applied Digital could see $60 to $80 by summer. It could. I don't know, though. Splash, not sure who you emailed, but I didn't get any emails. Yeah, you can do leaps. June of 2026 is strong for both. Very strong for both. Archer is pretty good. Just be cautious. I do use the Fear and Greed Index to gauge better buying opportunities, but I use dark pool data a lot of the time too. And that really, really puts winning trades out 99% of the time. This downturn is about the only time where dark pool was sketchy, where it wasn't 100% accurate. Just responding to emails I'm getting from this live chat. All right. Just got to your email, Nelson. I'm responding right now. Anybody who wants to join Discord, like I said, just email me, Corey@investcorey.com. If you want to just, make the shortcut. I don't see a whole lot more selling, honestly. I mean, the stock market could obviously go lower, but I honestly don't see a whole lot more downside. There could, but it would be record shattering if it went any lower. I mean, we're already so oversold. I think that if the stock market was to go any lower, everybody would just be buying at that point because it would be so ridiculously cheap. So I'm not saying that it can't go lower. I'm saying that it's fairly unlikely, like pretty unlikely. It's beat up. It is absolutely beat up. It is beat up so bad that it's very unlikely that it's going to go much lower. Corey@investwithcorey.com. I'll type it back in the chat if need be. Just give me 1 second. I'm just responding to Nelson. Lunatic, are you in the Discord or no? Nelson, I just responded to you. Oh, appreciate it, Solus. Appreciate it, buddy. I'll post the email again. If you email me and you're interested, if you're interested in joining Discord, I can get you directly in. But obviously, you know, there's a membership fee for 1 year or lifetime. I recommend lifetime because then you don't have to worry about upgrading later. But you could do 1 year or lifetime. Vader thinks you should join. Yeah, it's 6K with the boot camp, 5K for lifetime. So you're basically getting boot camp almost for free. So it's definitely worth it. Hey, Vader, tell them that they should be investing in their education, right? See, even Vader knows to invest in your education. He's looking at stocks with me. See? There you go, Vader. Watch the charts for me, buddy. He's going to watch the charts and tell me what he thinks. What do you think of Meta right now, Vader? What do you think of Meta? He just wants to sit with me. Oh, yeah, you did do lifetime? Nice. Oh, I got some emails coming in. I'll respond to all of them one by one. They only split them in two. So like if you plan on doing lifetime, you can split it into 2 payments now and in 30 days later, something like that. But I will tell you that 70% of my students make back the cost of joining in the first month and the other 30% in the second month. I don't have a single student after the second month that doesn't make it back. Oh yeah, the Vader stock market trading indicator. I'm trying to keep my investments to proper percentages to make money, but we'll see. Dan Hawes, what's up? One of my boot camp members. I'm glad you enjoyed boot camp. Absolutely. You won the Battle of Dans. You did. It was like the Battle of Dans. No. Lifetime. One time. We don't do reoccurring charges. Once you're in, you're in. Absolutely. Sarah, if you want to join, my email's there. If you still need it, I'll give it to you. 5K lifetime, you're in. If you want to do the boot camp later, you can just upgrade to add boot camp at any time. Right now is the time to invest in your education, though, in my opinion, because now is the turnaround. We're at a bloodbath. This is the time to buy it up and start making the turnaround. I had students that joined last April that spent money to join the Discord, were worried, they were concerned, they were panicking, and then they made like 70 grand in May. And they're like, oh my God, I made like 12 times the cost to join lifetime in my first 2 months. It happened. SoFi is a great company. Absolutely spectacular. I'll even show you the profits in the Discord in a minute. Great run, Solus. Absolutely, buddy. I know. It's been amazing. It's been a great year. Victor, I appreciate that. Serve Robotics is pretty good. I hold Serve. Vader, say hi to everybody. He's just all over me. Robinhood is a little, in my opinion, a little overvalued. I think at the price it is now, it's a little too much. Just a bit too much. Vader loves his attention. He does. John, I'm not sure if you're making a comment or if you're making a question, but I'm not going to leave a comment that tells me what I didn't or did do when I would know what I did or didn't do when I'm the one who did it. Maybe you meant to ask a question. I don't know, but Applied Digital is a little risky. at its current price. Great stock, great long term, but be cautious if you buy it. Palantir is a little on the high side too. Yeah, I called Robinhood at 16 when I was selling puts on it last summer, and man, did she run. Absolutely. I have not. I've not heard of that. Oh, there goes Nvidia, even higher. Absolutely beautiful right there. I'll check AMD and Microsoft. They're likely moving very, very nicely. Microsoft and Meta and SPY all doing well. Meta's at 595. Microsoft is also decently up, still holding. Oracle 231. It's actually going up more. Oracle's making a nice run. ARM is also doing fairly well. Put an alarm right here so I can hear if ARM goes down a little bit more. The MES is gapping up. Okay, MES opened up 8 minutes ago. It gapped up. Tomorrow is going to be a good day. All right. This right here is your futures. This is all of your futures. Okay. And when you look at this, this is the bottom and this is the break of structure. We have now broke structure in the MES. All right, so this is really, really good. This is good news. MES just turned around. Look at the VIX is not overnight, but we can look at the VIX and the futures, which is, let me pull that up. Let me see. The VIX future. Forget where I pulled this up last time. I have it all saved. There we go. All right, there you go. This is your VIX futures. And this shows you the VIX overnight. The VIX is tanking. Okay? The VIX closed. I'm going to open them up. Futures is up. You see that? VIX futures down, futures up. VIX is tanking, MES is running. That means SPY runs tomorrow and VIX tanks, okay? This is good. If you see here, the VIX was at $23 earlier, and now it's at 21. Now, it's a little bit different because futures pricing is a little different, but if we go with the regular VIX on the S&P, 2365. So it's safe to say that on the CBE or CBOE, it's probably the equivalent of maybe $1 drop. So I would expect that the VIX is probably going to be in the 22 or 21 range tomorrow. I would say that based on what's happening right now, the VIX is going to end up like this tomorrow. And we can see that the MES is absolutely gapping up because that's how it works. So yeah, Navitas is good, and the MicroStrategy death spiral sucked. But it's definitely going up. Everything's reversing. I'm responding to emails as well. So many emails coming in now. SoundHound is long-term. They also have the lawsuit. That's also an issue. But they did partner with McDonald's, I believe. It's like out in the gray area right now. If you're thinking about joining Discord, I mean, I'd say like 5 to 10K minimum, maybe more. If the more, the better. But my student Xander started with 10K and he went to, or actually I think he started with 12K, 12,000. He ran to now he's at like 100 and Well, he had 122. The market went down, but he's still like 115 or something like that. So yeah, he made like over 100 grand in 2 months. His first 6 weeks, really. I do my portfolio shown in a lot of videos. No, it doesn't really seem unreal. Market goes by Nvidia all the time. They ran the market in 2022 and 2023, and they had the largest market cap of any tech stock. And they're like 12% of the entire SPY. So yes, absolutely. They can reverse a market if they have good enough earnings. And the earnings today absolutely annihilated. It was almost 4% surprise on EPS, but I'm pretty sure the actual numbers on revenue were really good. Look at Nvidia going for 200. Did I not tell you at the beginning of this call that Nvidia would pull back to 194 and then run? Literally said that. There you go. Yeah, Jay, that's not true. I have hundreds of students making money, which is why the profit section is full. Let's actually see that. Actually, let's see if that's the case. Only 2 people. All right, so this guy made 1,100. Dennis made like 5 grand. Another 1,200, 1,400, 9,000 in a month. 22,000 in 1 month for Joe, and he's only been with me for a month. There you go. So much for the theory of only 2 people making money, right? I mean, we're just going to right to the point here. Look at the gains. $14,000 in gains in 1 month for October. 24,000 for October. 90% on AMD puts in a bear market we did. 3,800. Another student right here. See the gain? $75,000 in a month. 75 grand. Look at Matt, 16,000 one trade. This was a couple weeks ago. So yeah, that theory shot right out the window. Hundreds of students making money. I could sit here and show profits for hours. We'd waste the whole stream. Awesome, David. Awesome. Exactly, Mike. They've missed earnings 1 time in 10 years. Absolutely. I'll walk you through Discord. No problem at all. If you want to join Discord, here is a link to book a call. And if you don't want to book a call and you just want to get right in, I can get you in with direct links. Email me, okay? Let me walk you through Discord. You get your starting section. You get all the announcements on what's happening in the market. You also get new member intros. That's the elite section. You get the beginner zone where you learn how to trade, learn how to do better. You get 6 hours of video on demand. You get my gems where volatility, how to trade safer stocks, my ranking system, my proprietary ranking system. You get all of my trades here that get alerted every single day. By the way, here's the AMD puts we printed on Darkpool data. And also, I told everyone to buy AMD, okay? Right here, I told everyone to buy AMD. Lots of different trades here. You get the Ask Corey section where you can ask questions 24 hours a day for me. We get the live call links right there. They're recorded twice a week. They're all recorded. So you'll never miss any of those. You get general chat. You also get the wheel strategy. You can see we're all having a good time in here chatting about the market. Technical analysis section, wheel strategy, all the profits we just went through, off topic for computers, racing, cars, bikes, movies, video games, outdoors, pets, animals, everything. Okay? So you get everything. It's a full community. It's not just like one thing. You get everything. If you guys are emailing me, I will respond to all of these emails for sure. I'm responding right now. Don't want you guys to have to wait. So if you guys join Discord based on the emails I send you, do not forget, once you pay the membership fee, email me and let me know you did it so that I can get you in Discord tonight. This way you don't have to wait. You got to email me back and let me know you did it. Yeah, and also remember to make sure the messages are coming from me. When you're in Discord, I have a specific account Discord, so you know it's me. No dots, no commas, no special figures in my name or characters. It's just Invest with Corey. No problem, man. Yep, I definitely love showing everybody the real side of the market. What's up, Doug? What's up? One of my boot camp members and been with me for like 8 months. Glad to hear. Doug has made a lot of money. He's been able to live a much better life since investing. In fact, he's made like over 100 grand in 6 months. Probably more than that, actually. It's a very good job, Doug. Glad to have you here, buddy. All right, responding to a lot of your emails now. Sorry for the silence on the live stream, but I have a lot of emails coming in from the live stream, and I don't want everyone to have to wait. There we go. Responded. I'm responding to all these emails. Very, very welcome, Sean. You guys can book calls right there, or you can email me directly and I can get you right in. I'm responding to all emails as quickly as I can. I actually had way more than I thought, like probably 40 or 50 emails at this point. Juan, you're scheduled for a call tomorrow, then you're probably okay. I just got your email, buddy, but you could just jump in tonight if you want. I can get you in fast. If you register for Discord with the membership fee through my email links tonight, I could probably get you all in tonight or first thing in the morning. And we have a coaching call tomorrow morning, a live call like this where I'm going to start teaching the market. So if you get in tonight, you'll get to do that coaching call tomorrow. Awesome. Anybody who emails me, Corey at investorcorey.com, I can get you in directly. Email me, Wilfred. Something's not right there. That sounds wrong. Another link I just sent to you, Paul, or excuse me, Peter and Paul, both of you. There we go. I'm getting these responses out as quick as possible. There we go. All right, not more emails sent. So hopefully I'm being able to keep up. More emails coming in. All right. Peter, Paul, right? That's funny. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm top 10%. I would like to think I'm pretty good. But I don't know. That's tough. That is tough. I'm good enough that my students make a lot of money and I make good money. So that's good enough, right? But yeah, I got rules that I teach and that I follow, which really helps out a lot. Prevents losses. It prevents big losses. Allows you to recoup quicker. Don't forget, anybody who gets an email from me today that registers for Discord and pays the lifetime membership or the yearly membership, whatever you're doing, respond to me after the fact with a screenshot and whatnot that you've done it so I can get you in Discord. Because if you register for Discord but don't email me back to let me know you've done it, I won't even know you did it. So I can't help you get in, you know, unless you show me, hey, Corey, I did it here. Then I know so I can add you to Discord. Unfortunately, no Black Friday sales as of now. Probably, I don't know if I would or not. The market's beat up so bad. Now it's such a great opportunity. More emails incoming. Trying to keep up with all the emails, everyone. I'm trying. A lot of emails. Pretty cool, though. A lot of emails. One love, fam. Everyone wants to join now. It's good. Excellent. All right. I think I caught up with most of the emails at this point. Most. No, there's a bunch more coming in. That's so funny. So many emails. So many emails. I need to have a team member do this so I can actually talk to the live and do more stock market stuff. Okay, I think at this point in time, I'm caught up, maybe? I think I'm caught up at this point, I'd like to think. Yeah, true. Yeah, taking profits on Navitas would have been a good idea unless you plan on holding really long. Really, really long time, you know? Which there's nothing wrong with that either, per se. Bitcoin's also down. Yeah, Earl, definitely. What J dude were you talking about? Is he was in Discord? There's going to be people that don't follow rules. Yeah. It's inevitable. It's just the way it is, honestly. Like, some people just can't follow the rules and they just don't want to, and they run into trouble, and I have to really like buckle down and help them out even more to get them on track. It's psychology. It's normal. It happens. But you know, it's tough. The market is tough. There we go. I think I've caught up at this point. Anybody who gets the links, just be sure to email me back with a screenshot and proof that you registered, and I'll get you in Discord, no problem. Oh, okay. Yeah. Most people in Discord are making money, and everybody's in a position right now to dollar cost average or wait for the market to go up. The market's down. I mean, that's the way it is. But I love it when people like, I'm obviously being facetious, but I love it when people say they're losing money and they're not even in my Discord. It's like, you're not even in my Discord. How could you be losing money if you're not in there? You know? But yeah, people tend to hate. They like to hate. Oh yeah, the market's running. Look at Nvidia. 195, 196. She's flying. Meta 597. All right, back up we go. Pushing 492 on Microsoft. 1 hour candle. A little bit of sell off on Microsoft. Let me clean up this madness. There we go. Microsoft is cleaned up. Oracle 232. Wow, Oracle is moving. Oracle, I think Nebius is also moving. Yeah, Nebius is doing very, very well. Very nice on Nebius. ARM is moving up nicely too. Beautiful. Listen, I just got one thing to say. Jensen, we all love you. All right? Lots of love for you, Jensen. If you were here, I'd give you a big hug. Once again, this man saved the stock market. Oh yeah, Google's great. I think so, Phil. I think, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think it's very, very possible, yeah. I use Fidelity. No, I don't trade Roth. No, I don't trade Roth. Roth is, I mean, there are people who do have Roth accounts, but I don't trade in Roth. But you can. I have some students that have Roth and they have a traditional. It just depends on you, what you have, but it can limit some option strategies, but it doesn't limit all of them. You can make decent money in a Roth or a traditional. You didn't receive an email? Jay, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Don't know what you're talking about. You can't come into my live stream and just talk junk to me. It's funny how you're in my live stream talking about how you're losing money, but yet you're not even in my Discord at all. And I don't have any messages from you in Discord. See, no Jay. No Jay in here. None. No private message from Jay. But yet we have messages on YouTube. If you're really losing money in my Discord, you'd be messaging me in Discord, not on YouTube. So you must not even be a student. So not a good idea to come in here and lie. You know, bad idea, because I back everything I do up with facts. Why would you go to YouTube instead of Discord? Like, that just makes no sense. You'd message the teacher, not random people on YouTube. So if you are in Discord, you should have messaged me a long time ago, not waited 3 months to message YouTube. And that is true, Faith. I don't force anyone to do anything. Dark pool data for me is proprietary. I can't share it. I signed an NDA on it. All right, base player just sent you a link. SoFi is really, really strong in my opinion. 100%. Long term, really good company overall. Very good. I would not be fearful of SoFi because they've done very well. Look at ARM. ARM is moving now. Oracle's moving more. Even Plug's moving a little bit, few pennies. SPY is gapping up. Not really gapping, but the MES just about gapped up. The VIX is going to tank tomorrow morning. It's going to be beautiful. Palantir's up. Jensen has saved everybody yet again. By the way, I did, if you want to see, actually, I'll show you guys. I do have trades out for Nvidia. See? Right there. So we did trade Nvidia. I have call options for Nvidia. So we're going to make money on Nvidia. In a down market like it is right now, I'll probably make 10 grand on Nvidia tomorrow. Just one trade. Very welcome. You got the Applied Digital since 13. Oh my God. Beautiful. That means you made like, what, $4,000 or $5,000 on the shares alone. There you go. There you go. Yeah, Doug, right? Jensen saved the stock market. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so funny, but it's the truth. Nvidia crushed earnings so well that it's like he's saving everything at this point in time, even non-tech sector. Oh, and just in case you don't believe me, I'll show you guys in the general chat. I'm looking for where I posted it. It'd be under general chat. I don't know how far up it would have been, though. I'm going to show you where I posted to my Discord and told everyone that Nvidia would save the stock market likely. I told them this yesterday. I don't remember where I put it. Maybe it was my boot camp. I don't remember. But I told everyone that Nvidia would save the stock market. Very likely they would save it. I would have to dig through it. It's in there somewhere. I don't know about MicroStrategy. Yeah, right. Oh man. Yeah, Michael Blurry Burry, what a guy. He traded so much fear. So much fear. Unbelievable. Pretty much every brokerage will let you trade after hours. Pretty much all of them. At least until 8 p.m. Yep. Too late to buy call options now. It's already moving. There could be a lot more of a move, but I don't know. I don't know if that would be the greatest idea right now. What's up, 44? I'd be very careful, Anthony, about buying call options now. I'm not saying it's 100% bad idea. I'm just saying be careful. I'd be very careful. I'm waiting for this to update on their financials. Let me look and see what they did for financial guidance. Oh my God, no wonder. All right, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Nvidia reported fiscal third quarter earnings and beat more than $2 billion. Oh my God, that is insane. Investors will be looking to see if the company can stabilize the AI trade, but Jensen said that Q4 is, going to be better. So the next earnings is going to be even better. Wow. 65% revenue beat. 65%. That is crazy. Is this really real? Like, that's a lot. They grew their data center business. GPUs are sold out. 10 billion in a single quarter. Record billion, 51.2 billion in data center revenue. Oh my God. That is insanity. That is pure insanity. Their profits were 32 billion. The company is selling every AI server chip it can make. Blackwell sales are off the charts. Cloud GPUs are sold out. And it adds that the Blackwell Ultra chip is driving the bulk of that. Blackwell Ultra is now our leading architecture across all customer categories, while our prior Blackwell architecture saw continued strong demand. Wow. They're making $4,000 of profit per second. Crazy. 66% over last year. So yeah, this is insane. Nvidia is going to 200 plus this week. It's going to fly. Remember, Nvidia makes chips for Meta, Microsoft, Oracle, Nebius, ARM, all these companies. Like, they're all tied together. Qualcomm. Always check and always wait and always be safe. Oh, yeah. NASDAQ's likely going to fly. Looks like Tom Lee was right again. We might have this end of year rally with Nvidia. See, he probably knew. I knew too. The market's beat up. How do you go lower when you're already beat to the bottom? You know what I mean? Actually, you know what I was just thinking? Remember I was telling you guys that I said that Nvidia would save the stock market? I think I posted that on my YouTube channel. Literally. I went looking in Discord, but yeah, it wasn't in Discord. It was actually on YouTube. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was. It was on YouTube I posted it, but I did post it. I'm pretty sure I posted it in Discord too, though. But I did post it on YouTube. Yeah, maybe. That'd be crazy. Yeah. Serve is good long term, and they're also working with Uber Eats and DoorDash. So yeah, it's good. It's definitely good. Long term good for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to acquire more shares cheaper. It's always a good thing, right? But we're at the bottom now of this market, this chaos that we're in right now. So I don't know how much lower this really could go, right? I mean, could it go lower? Yeah, but after what happened with Microsoft, Meta, Oracle, ARM, AMD beat earnings, now Nvidia just basically was, you know, the final chapter in this quarter. And when you really think about it, that's part of the reason why the market was down too. They always slow down the week before Nvidia's earnings to wait to see what Nvidia does and to see if they can close the earnings cycle and beat earnings like everybody else and carry the market, which is exactly what they did. Nvidia beat earnings today at the highest regard that they've beaten earnings in years. This was insanity. Vader was in the live stream about 25 minutes ago. He's doing good. Patrick, appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate you. Nope. Amik, you don't have to already know. I teach you everything you need to know. I've pinned the link in here. If you guys want to book a call, get to know the program, jump in. There's the link again. And yeah, if you want to email me, Corey@investorcorey.com, I can get you in quicker. And yeah, I teach a lot of this stuff. My students in Discord knew this was going to happen because I did this with them back in May, and we're doing it all over again. The Feds, good question. We might get an interest rate cut after the earnings beat on Nvidia, although I don't think that really has anything to do with it. And I think they're kind of neutral. They might push it to December or January. They might. Exactly, Raphael. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Remember AMD? Last year on my live stream, people were calling me an idiot because I told everyone to buy at 105 when I told them to buy at 105. Remember? Last live stream, February 2025. Last earnings in February. I think it was February 20th or something like that. Everyone said I was stupid on the live stream. They're all complaining. Yeah. Look. AMD's like, it ran to 266. This is where I called it down here. Right there. If you were in my Discord, this is how much money you would have made this year on one trade. I literally told everybody in that live stream last February, 10 months ago, at $100, buy AMD now. Did it go down to 90? Yes, it did. But it also ran to 250, didn't it? You'd have made 250%. This is a long-term game, and you have to know how to play it. And that's what I teach. There's even ones in this chat right now that probably were here at that time that didn't listen, and they're back because they know I'm right. Appreciate that, Patrick. Another one of my Discord students. You see, everybody's connected mentally in the stock market. You want to know how to be the 1%? By unplugging yourself from 99%. 100%. That is how you do it. The link to join Discord is right there, John, or you can email me directly, Corey@investorcorey.com. Toker FX, I bet, probably. Just realized that. They're crying. You can email me directly if you want. Base player. Just sent you an email. Check. We're going to get you in. All right. I'm going to get you in Discord right away. A lot of these Discords, I want to tell you, One of them, I'm not going to mention their name, but loves animals. And a lot of other ones that I'm hearing from other people is not the coach. He's not in the Discord at all. And it's like $13,000 or something like that, or $15,000 or something like that. I don't know. I charge a third. I charge way less because I want to try to help people, but I have to charge accordingly because I have a massive team now and I have a lot of overhead. And on top of all of that, it keeps riffraff out, and it's just a balanced. It's my prices are cheaper than everyone. Literally, I know that for a fact because everyone tells me that. There is my email. You can email me directly, and I will email you back. Or you can use the link to just set up a call and jump in there. It's up to you guys. Either or is fine. This is a nice hangout, Nvidia hangout. Tony just sent you an email. No problem, man. I love hanging out with you guys and teaching you how to beat the market sentiment. Market sentiment is something you have to understand. Look at the market breadth. Look at the extreme fear. Look at Meta. It's changed over the last 30 minutes and last 15 minutes. Look at that. Changed to greed. Okay, look at the daily. Well, it's not popping up in the daily. Let's go on the weekly. Okay, weekly still greed. 4 hour is extreme fear or fear. And on the 1 hour, it's fear. But you go to 15 minute, it's going to greed. You see the meter? Everything is switching tonight. Very nice, Patrick. Very, very awesome. Plug should recover, but it's going to be dependent on a lot of different things. I don't think they're a bad company at all, though, but so many crazy things can happen in this market. But long term, I think they have a lot of growth potential. Yeah, I think that Navitas, if you're still holding, should be okay. I really do. Juan, just got your information. Check your email. I need to verify some info, and we'll get you right in Discord, buddy. I'm sending an email now. And look out for an email from the team. Yep, just checked it. All I need you to do is send your email, phone number, full name to me. This way I can get that matched up with the team. They already have it because you put all that information in when you upgrade it into Discord. But I need you to give me that info so I can get it to the team. They verify it and they email you a link to join the Discord. And we can do all this tonight. Maybe it takes a couple hours, but we'll get you in. I responded to every email I got. So if I didn't, maybe I didn't get it. Oh yeah, tomorrow the market's going to fly tomorrow. Oh my God, Meta's 600. Wow. Meta is 600. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, it's going, boys. And ladies too. Yeah, it's going. Oh, he's the new Santa Claus. Yeah, Jensen's like, you know what Jensen did, right? He was like, Michael Burry. Here, hold on, Michael. Shh. Shh. This room's for adults. The tech sector is a bubble that just burst. Just be quiet, Michael. The adults are speaking now. And then Jensen proceeded to blast off on Michael and make him look like an imbecile that he is. Who do I believe? Michael Blurry Burry or Jensen? I think I'm going to believe what Jensen has to say, considering he is like the AI king. So yeah. I don't think I got your emails, man. I don't know why. Yeah, Michael Burry, thank you for helping all of my students buy more at a cheaper price. Thank you so much. I really owe you that one, Michael. Michael Blurry Burry. Excellent. Remember, fam, anybody who's joined Discord right now for the membership, you got to verify info with me because I won't have any info to send to the team. And it could take them days to get you in the Discord. But if you give me the info, I get you in fast. So, like, that's the speedy process. There we go. Juan Barrera, I just got your info. Anybody else, please re-email me. I'm sending your info, Juan, to the team right now. Hopefully they can get you in quickly. I'm pretty quick myself, if I'm being honest, but they're also pretty quick. The team will also ask your Discord handle too, so they know that. There we go. You're all set, Juan. The team has your info. You should be hearing something really quickly. Yeah, there's I read that special efficiency. Anybody who is joined Discord tonight via email, I just need your email, name, phone number, so I can send it to the team so they can get you in Discord. If you don't respond with that info, you'll still get into Discord, but it's just going to take like 24 to 48 hours. If you respond with the info to me, it's fast. Like, it'll be cut down from 48 hours to maybe 6 hours or 4 hours, maybe faster. In fact, my team just responded to Juan Barrera in here already. He might actually be in like who knows, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. It'd be very fast. So the sooner you respond to me with verification, I can speed it up a lot faster. Navitas is good. Meta, SoFi, all good. TQQQ is good. Oh, yeah. I also have hedging strategies in Discord, which I teach. What if I told you when the market went down last week, I made $10,000 on an ETF that went up, and I'm going to get dividends on these ETFs? What if I told you that? I teach a lot of this stuff to make money in bad markets or good markets. It's obviously a lot harder in a bad market, but we still do it. Wait a minute. Jason, are you still in here? I wonder if Jason's still here. Jason Dupuy, I believe his last name is. Are you still in the live, buddy? I'm wondering if he's still in here. Maybe not. Maybe he's not here. But if I had something really cool to say if he was. Awesome, Greg. I'm looking out for it right now. Haven't seen it. We kind of been in a bear market the last month. Usually bear markets don't last, but historically 3 to 6 months. Trying to respond to emails. Bear with me, guys. There we go. I tried to respond to everybody as quick as I could. As quick as I could. But bear markets typically last 6 months, maybe 3 months, depending on how they go. We're already like 2 months, month and a half, 2 months into this. And now Nvidia just pulled it out. Okay, Meta broke structure. All right, so okay, I got your info. Discord, you can email me, Corey@investwithcorey.com, and I'll get you a link if you want to do that. There we go. Oh, you're still here? How's the hammer? The hammer life. Saw the area code 905. I know you live in the hammer. We'll just keep it on the down low. If you know, you know. Inside thing, you know? I saw the 905. Man, you can't. I couldn't believe it. I was like, all right. This guy Jay. Yeah. My old stomping grounds, buddy. Yep. What part are you in? Are you up the escarpment? Or are you lower end? Are you lower or upper? Because, like, most people don't know that. Hamilton's divided upper and lower. Toker, was it Lifetime you did right? Yeah, Nebius, CoreWeave, and SMC are pretty good. There's some issues are lingering in the tech sector and around, but structure's being broken across the market right now. Oh, Toker, lifetime or yearly did you do? I got your email. It'd be faster just to ask you. Discord varies. There's lifetime for 5K, boot camp with lifetime for 6K, or 3,500 for the year. I'm responding to some more emails. We'll go over break of structure next. Nice. Good to hear, Trey. Good to hear. That's good. Let's make some more money. That's what we do, right? We're going to be making money. Bitcoin will recover. Look at the break of structure on Meta. Remember I said at the beginning of the call, if Meta broke 600, that we could potentially have a reversal? Well, look at this. Very close. It's breaking structure as we speak. Meta has got to close out tonight at 602 and hold it. If we do that, look what happens, fam. Right in this wedge. This is the market turnaround. Yes, you can join from anywhere in the world. I have students from Malaysia and Europe, everywhere. Toker, I sent you an email, Toker FX, because the team is right now trying to onboard you but can't find your info. So we'll try to fix that for you. But yeah, the link to join is in here, and I'll post it again. That is to book a call, or you can email me directly, and I can get you in faster. I have students all around the world: Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, England, Germany, everywhere. We're all here to be successful. It doesn't matter where you're from. Microsoft making a nice upwards move, but like I said, Microsoft's got to break into the 495 range to break that structure completely. That's what we want. Nice, Jay. Pretty close, huh? Well, if you're 905, that means you're like, you would have, I would imagine you'd have to be like Burlington, Hamilton, St. Catharines, or not St. Catharines, that's too far away. Stony Creek, Hamilton, maybe parts of Dundas. I don't know. Just depends. Ginger in Chicago. Trading View is great. Oh, it's going to go crazy tomorrow. Absolutely. Crazy. It's going to be nuts. Bitcoin, I think, is going to recover, though. I know that question has been asked a bunch of times. I think it's going to take some time to fully recover, but it will. It will. Very, very nice. I love music. That's pretty awesome. I don't do a lot of crypto, though. So I would probably say Bitcoin, of course, but I don't know. I don't do a lot of crypto. Crypto can be bad news at times. A lot of the time. Gotta be very cautious. Yeah, everything's moving up nicely. ARM's up, Oracle up. Sure, AMD is up. They already crushed earnings, but they're already pretty high. So they're just stable. AMD is doing very well. Even Shopify is taking advantage of Nvidia. It broke structure and it's holding structure. So that's really, really good. Really good. I want to see Meta like go bananas. That's what I'm waiting for. Nebius is holding. Yep. Record breaking. Record breaking. Look at the MES. It's going to hold this overnight. All right, Toker, I just sent you a reply email. Oh, yeah. Everyone who held, it's going to be moving tomorrow. It's going to be moving. I say Meta goes 630 tomorrow, maybe. Maybe. Microsoft might go 510, 520, something like that. I think Nvidia goes like 210, 205, maybe 220. It depends on the reaction to Nvidia and the data tomorrow. I mean, we have data tomorrow too, so that could weigh in. We've got non-farm payrolls and unemployment. If data crushes tomorrow morning at 8:30, it is going to be insane after data comes out. Insane. Existing home sales, I don't think is going to matter too much. But once data comes out tomorrow, if it's halfway decent, this market's moving. After Nvidia's earnings, oh, it's going to move. It is definitely going to move. Broadcom's a great company. Discord for the year, 3,500, 5,000 for lifetime, 6,000 with the add-on 6-week intense boot camp. If you want to book a call with the team. There is the link. And also, you can email me if you want to get in faster. You can email me directly right there. That's a good question, but I don't think so. I think neutral might be better. Just responding to all these emails, so many of them. All right, good to go. It's really hard to hold long term. You know, it get very difficult because you ups and downs and it spooks you. So I get that. But you have to be able to hold to the bloodshed in order to make money. I did get your email, Wilfred, but I don't handle any of that. The team does, so I'll just forward it to the team. Bloom Energy should be good. I haven't really looked into it much, but the energy sector is doing better, and it's a decent sector to be in if you're in the right stock. I traded more or less American Superconductor. They're pretty good. And there's a couple others that I've looked at over the years. Bloom I've heard of, but I haven't really looked at them. Yeah, Nvidia definitely did well tonight. I was kind of hoping they would break into 198, but it rejected quite a bit. So I hope it doesn't pull back like this number tomorrow. That is also a potential possibility, but I would like to think not, because now everything's turning a little bit red near the end of the night. There's profit taken. Yeah, definitely want to analyze properly. Definitely. No doubt. I don't know if it would dip anymore. It could, but if you've got Navitas at 806, that's pretty decent. Yeah, I would say Meta at 600 is pretty good. If you were able to get Meta down here at 585, you were really doing well. It would have been even better, you know? MicroStrategy is going to track Bitcoin. It's going to track Bitcoin for sure. We have different packages: 3,500 for a year, 5,000 for life forever, no monthly charges, nothing like that. Probably one of the cheapest Discords out there. That's what I'm hearing from everyone. And you can add boot camp at any time. It's 6K for lifetime and boot camp. And I can send you direct links to get in tonight if you email me, or you could use the link to book a call. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. There's a way you can email me directly. No, I don't really play with those types of stocks or ETFs. Yep, everything's got a little bit of a pullback happening right now, but Nvidia is still holding strong. Oh, and Nebius too, but it's just some after hours activity. Yep, so everything's looking good in the market. Tomorrow is likely to have a pretty darn good day based on what has happened tonight. You should be pretty stoked for tomorrow at this point. The VIX is coming down. The MES is now gapping up even more. Just crazy. This opened up at 69.90. Or excuse me, no, 66.90. Almost 100 points on the MES. That's crazy. That is like, that's a lot. That's the equivalent of, you know, well, look at the SPY. It's like a $5 move, $8 move. It's definitely a lot. But yeah, it's moving. So if you guys want to join Discord, the market's about to rip. It's about to go crazy in the next couple of months. At some point here, it looks like it's happening now. The reversals are happening. If you want to make money, now's the time to get into stocks and options. And now is the time to start investing, but you have to know how to do that. So the link to book a call to join the team, or if you want to email me directly at any time, here is my email, and I'll get you in the Discord even sooner. I'd love to help you. This is the time to do it. I appreciate you guys being here. I'll let you guys chat for just a little bit. Got to run. Got to coach some people in Discord. But I'd love to help you guys and have you guys in the Discord. Some of you have already joined tonight. There's my email. There's my link. Like I said, this is the time to start getting into the market because now this is a run. You don't want to get into the market in May or June when it's already run. You want to get in now. This is big opportunity. I will see you guys on the next video, and I'll see you hopefully in the Discord real soon. Thank you so much to everybody who jumped in this live stream for Nvidia's earnings. One love. We'll see you. I'll let you guys chat for a little bit. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.